Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Experienced negotiators at United Nations climate talks on Saturday said push to rid world of dirty fossil fuels has gained so much momentum that they have nudged a powerful faux oil industry. Late Friday, multiple news outlets reported that the leader of the powerful oil cartel OPEC wrote a letter to member countries earlier this week urging them to block any language that would phase out or phase out fossil fuels. The news created a thunderous impact and shed light on host and oil state of United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates clearly has oil interests, but it also wants to show world that it can lead conference towards a significant outcome. Environmental activists, still wise after decades of soft power by oil interests preventing such controversies from coming to light, grinned at signs that the mighty cartel was circling the wagons. I think they're panicking, said analyst Alden Meyer of climate think tank E3G. Perhaps the Saudis cannot do on their own what they have been doing for 30 years and prevent the process. Former Irish President Mary Robinson said, they were scared. I think they're worried. Robinson, who is co-chair of retired leaders group The Elders, is now a leading climate campaigner. OPEC's concern gives me hope, she said. Last month, he publicly ed with head of the COP28 negotiations, Sultan al-Jaber, who is also chief executive of national oil company Emirates. China's climate envoy Xie Zhenhua described this year's climate conference as the most difficult of his long career. He said the controversial phase-out could be resolved within a day or two. Germany's climate envoy Jennifer Morgan suggested that any calls to block the deal would be felt most by smaller countries that are vulnerable to sea level rise caused by global warming. Currently, the countries here are struggling to survive. The small islands and most of the countries here are literally very actively engaged in this debate, he said in an interview. And I think it's clearly not responsible to have a position that could mean the lives and deaths of millions of people. But not all developing countries felt the same way. The development of our countries actually depends on the use of fossil fuels, said Issifi Boureima. From Niger, Secretary General the Sahel Region Climate Commission. It is not easy for countries to accept a text that accepts the end of fossil fuels today. It's not easy because what do we do next? I think we need to avoid selfishness and selfishness of north towards south in dynamic of multilateral diplomacy. COP28 Director-General Majid al-Suwaidi downplayed OPEC letter, saying the UAE team running climate conference had met with negotiators to reach an ambitious agreement. The oil cartel has no official connection to the climate negotiations. I am sure we'll get a good result that will surprise you, Suwaidi told the Associated Press. Large crowds of protesters on Saturday brie